Indiana on offense. It's a three-point game. Last time they met was in Indianapolis.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Well, Clark, there are very few firsts in the NBA, but Tyrese Halliburton had one in 2025.
That's exactly right, and it was a historic first. I mean, he became the first player in the history of the league to have multiple 30-point, 15 assists, and 0 bagel turnover games. I mean, he takes care of that orange and produces real orange juice because he squeezes it.
Now here's Barrett. Pass to Deng. Six to shoot. Gets a second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
That's how to use a size mismatch in tight. Take it to the rack.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. I asked him if he's focused on a particular player in the opposing lineup, and Coach stressed the message he delivered to his team about Pascal Siakam. It was simple. Don't bite on his spin move. He doesn't want his guys falling for Siakam's tricks in the low post. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Barnes. Making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game.
This team relies on Barnes to drill threes, just stretching out the floor. A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Pass to Ingram. A little mid-range shot is up. Siakam pulls down the board.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Halliburton. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Neesmith's shot is off. The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Back to Ingram. Toronto passing it around. The three, Barrett. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
I know Barrett loves to strike from the corners. He just trusts himself to make that shot.
And a fast break now for the Raptors. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2. Toronto shooting their first free throws of the night.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
He misses the free throw. The 2025 playoffs had some incredible comebacks, Clark. Indiana had some all-timers.
Yeah, it was absolutely unreal. The excitement, the drama, the close finishes. I mean, unbelievable. How about these wins for the Pacers? Down by 7 with less than 40 seconds against the Bucks. Got it done. Also trailed by 7 with under a minute versus the Cavs. Won that one. And losing by 9 in the last minute against the Knicks and came through again with a win. And even in the finals, they made some miraculous comeback wins against OKC. Had at least one miraculous comeback win. So an amazing clutch playoff performance by the Indiana Pacers.
And so here is Toronto after the basket by Indiana on the other end. From the wing. Kicks it out to Barrett. Launches it. Can't get it to drop. The Pacers have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Neesmith passes to DeMarc. Back to Neesmith. Here's Halliburton. Rebounded by Ingram.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Halliburton. Coming off a 28-point game against Detroit.
And he was so disruptive at the defensive end. 4 steals on the night.
And it's Shed missing.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Pass to Siakam. Toppin outside. Let's go with a 3. And he buries his first look.
He's got good vision for a big guy. Don't sleep on Pascal dishing the rock.
Outside Barnes. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Barnes has got his second bucket on the night.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Halliburton. 5 points in the game. Jacks up a three. Barnes with the rebound. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. He's checked in for Toronto. Well, when we talk about small forwards, these are the premier passers over the past 10 games. Brandon Ingram third.
They're smart, athletic players who move the ball well in any situation. Transition, the half-court set, you can count on them to just make good decisions.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are. Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. They're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram doesn't get enough credit for his growth as a free throw shooter. He shot below 70% from the line in his first 3 seasons, but since then, he hasn't dipped below 80.
That one's off.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
He hits the second from the line. And here's Indiana now, trailing by 4. Toppin outside. The 3 is up. Drains the triple. Toppin's got 6.
And we talk about Siakam's versatility. Well, there it is. Nice pass.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Deng. And the basket is good.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
Pacers trail by 3. Nembhard outside. So nice passing by Indiana here. Siakam, the pass to Nembhard. Halliburton against Barrett to the right side. And here's Toppin from the arc. Rebound Toronto.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Outside for Ingram. Here's Deng, guarded by Toppin. Back to Barrett. And he's going for the oop here. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
To the inside. Toppin passes to Siakam. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Walter. Yet to see a basket. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, exceptional job. Barnes just diving towards the open area off the pick.
Halliburton surveys the floor. Here's Siakam. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Looking back at the start of his career, Siakam only took a year or two to make his mark.
And, you know, B.A., he's just the kind of guy we love watching play. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him every night. Tremendous effort and the ability to impact the game at both ends. He's consistent, reliable, steady, and he can be explosive at the offensive end.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the physical tools are obvious in Siakam. Agility, speed for his size, length, and he actually couples that with a well-rounded skill set. He really is one of those guys that can do a little bit of everything for you.
Catching up on the changes for Indiana. Huff's checked in for Toppin. Walker comes in for Neesmith. And it's Jackson in for Nembhard. Siakam hits them both. Raptors lead by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Tyrese Halliburton loves to pass, but he's not chasing assists. He said, quote, "I just try to play the right brand of basketball. I like to see the ball moving. I kick it ahead. I'm just playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play." BA, back to you.
He spreads it around. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Lets it go from deep. Huff, good.
Outstanding court vision from Halliburton there. Finding his man on the perimeter, on time and on target.
Pass to Deng. Walker against Ingram. Here's Murray Boyles. It's Barrett on the wing. The three is up. They grab their own miss. Here's Ingram. And another basket for Toronto.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Halliburton. 5 points in the game. Tries it from the top of the key. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Halliburton's got 7 points in the game. Pass to Walter. And there's the lob. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Halliburton outside. The kick out to Walker. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists in the game.
No hesitation. Nice work by Walker, not overthinking it.
Now here's Barrett. He had 9 points in his last time out. Walter can't get it to go.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Here's Siakam. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Raptors with a lead. Outside Ingram. Here's Murray Boyles. Still without a bucket. Oh, powered down with both hands.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's characteristic.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Changes here for the Raptors. Battles checked in for Brandon Ingram, and it's Grady Dick in for Barrett. Shepard, he's checked in for Indiana. And here's Indiana now. It's a three-point game. Outside Walker. Pass to Huff. Jackson surveying the D. Just 4 to shoot. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
In addition to that, how about the mid-range action we've seen from this group? Utilizing the jump shot to get them started in the right manner in this one.
Free throw, no good for Walker.
You know, between his skills, his motor, and his physical ability, Walker came into the league more ready for the NBA than most first-year guys.
Now here's Jackson. No points yet. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Inside. Here's Murray Boyles. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Pass to Huff. And here's Siakam. Here's Shepard, guarded by Dick. Now here's Walker. Here's Huff. Yes, great play by Walker to set it up. Huff's got 5.
The size advantage gives him a nice, clean look from mid-range.
Here's Walter. Here's Battle. Pure from three-point range. And the Raptors lead by 4. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's the Raptors. They lead by 4. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Walter out there with Scotty Barnes. Then there's Dick, and it's Mamukelashvili in at power forward. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Up top, Walker, guarded by Dick. Jackson outside. Here's Huff, and the three-pointer goes. Huff's got his third basket on the night right there.
That's clearly a recent trend. Big guys who can shoot it from distance.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Now here's Barnes. Tight defense on him. Here's Murray Boyles, and it's rejected. Dick against Jackson. Here's Shepard. Pass to Siakam. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Now here's Barnes. 10 points for him. And the call is going to be, yes, on an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Shed, he's checked in for Walter. Now here's Siakam. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Don't see that a ton from Barnes. I mean, he's showing he can really get rid of it.
Pass to Shepard. Here's Huff. There's a screen. From outside the arc. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. Raptors lead by 5. Here's Murray Boyles. Lays it up and banks it in. Murray Boyles has gotten his second bucket.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. Toronto, number 1.
It's one thing to cause turnovers, but the key is turning those takeaways into points. And this team is the best in the league at doing that.
And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They trail by 7. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
You know, in that game, it was just too much disparity in effort level between the two teams, especially on the glass.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Barnes, and there's Toronto with another bucket.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Siakam. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Walker pass. Oh, what a hammer from Siakam.
Siakam taking it to the rack with a flourish.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Toronto leading by 7. Here's Shed to the paint. Walker with the steal. In transition, here come the Pacers. Here's Siakam. Rebounded by Murray Boyles.
Trying to take what the defense allowed, but he couldn't get it to go.
Here's Shed. Pass to Murray Boyles. And here's Barnes. 5 to shoot. Mamukelashvili. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists tonight. Now Siakam. He has 6. Here's Huff. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Huff's got 5 points in the quarter.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Big group substitution here for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Huff. Neesmith comes in for Walker. Nimhart, he's checked in for Shepard. And Halliburton is subbed in for Jackson. Toronto leading by 7. Outside Barnes. Here's Shed. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Deng. Guarded by Toppin. And it's Deng missing. Pacers trail by 7. Halliburton outside. Pass to Siakam. Outside for Halliburton. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Here's Deng. On the wing, Grady Dick. The 3 from Barnes. Pass to Murray Boyles. Tries again. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, such a presence in close. Barnes fighting through the whistle and getting his.
Toronto shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw good from Barnes.
Yeah, this guy is so key for this team. Barnes with so many valuable minutes night in and night out.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. That game marks the start of a 4-game homestand for the club. Here's Siakam. Nice job inside from Siakam.
Oh, an aggressive move there by Siakam, using the length to finish inside.
Pass to Shed. Down low. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Now here's Neesmith. Nimhart outside. Shoots over Walter. The shot by Nimhart, no good. Raptors lead by 7. One thing about Andrew Nimhart, you appreciate the passion he plays with, Clark.
Yeah, I love his toughness. I mean, he just is unflappable. He's persistent at the defensive end, plays at his own pace, unafraid of the big moments, makes big plays and shots. I mean, you can see and feel his fire, even though he's not overly demonstrative in how he does what he does.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Pass to Deng. Shoots over Siakam. They get it back. The 3 from Barnes. Tries again. And that one's good. Deng. Deng's got 20 points.
They are winning this game largely because of his efforts.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Siakam.
First and fewest turnovers a game, and they're first in the NBA in opposing field goal percentage. What a testament that is to the team. They all put in the work on the defensive end of the floor.
And they are #1 in rebounding for a reason. They pound the glass with aggression, and they attack the boards with a fearlessness. No good on that one. Toronto making a switch here. Temple's checked in. The Pacers also with a sub. Huff's checked in for Toppin. And the second free throw is good. Raptors lead by 10. Pass to Shed. Here's Deng. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Huff. 10 points for him. Halliburton, good.
Halliburton going off like this is fun to watch. He's really been engaged offensively.
Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Now here's Barnes. He's got 16. Lets it fly. And there's Toronto with another bucket.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
Nembhard outside. They set the pick. Puts up a three. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram's got 4 rebounds in the game.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Pass to Halliburton. Siakam looking it over. Shoots from the baseline. Rebounded by Ingram.
He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And this is why Barnes was the #4 overall pick in the 2021 draft. His ceiling is high.
Nembhard, a screen on Barnes. And Nembhard gets it to go on the assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 4 assists now tonight. Raptors lead by 10. And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Barrett's checked in for Temple. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. Walker comes in for Siakam. Here's Barrett. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Inside, here's Shed. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Raptors lead by 12. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Nembhard outside. Toppin outside. Pass to Halliburton from the arc. Triple! Tyrese Halliburton.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Outside Barrett. Now here's Barnes. Walker covering. Here's Deng. Just 5 to shoot. The 3, Barrett. Indiana with a rebound. Now here's Neesmith. Halliburton, the pass to Walker. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Walker's got 8, and so it's the Toronto Raptors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
Taking a look at the Raptors, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season, at least. And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Toronto Raptors.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
They've shown great toughness, and they've been very quick to the ball. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Pacers trail by 6. Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Halliburton and Nembhard make up the backcourt. Neesmith and Siakam are the forwards. And it's Toppin in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Ingram. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Pass to Shed. 5 on the clock. And there's a pick over Halliburton. Three-pointer. And it's Deng missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And here's Siakam. There's a screen by Toppin. He shoots it. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Toppin's got 8.
Great dime by Halliburton. Remember, he's led the league in assists.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. It's Barrett on the wing. Barnes with a screen on Nembhard. Barrett against Nembhard. Barrett can't hit.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Now here's Halliburton. The D's right on him. Siakam outside. And the 3 off target.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Pass to Shed. Barnes with a screen on Toppin. Outside Barnes. The 3. They get the rebound. Ingram up top. Neesmith covering. Kicks it out to Barnes. No good on the triple.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Siakam finds Toppin. Here's the 3. Siakam, no good.
Another miss. Not how he wanted to start the second half.
Outside Ingram. Pass to Deng. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Deng's got 26.
And the passing of Ingram, I mean, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball the way he does, effortless.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
For free throw percentage, and they move the ball so well, finishing in the top third in assists per game. So good at looking for the best shot possible at all times.
And those high steal numbers, they usually can lead to some easy baskets. A live ball turnover allows teams to run. Pacers trail by 6. Halliburton outside. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Kicks it out to Siakam. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 6 assists now in the game. Toronto leading by 3. Here's Deng. 26 points for him. Pass to Shed. Steps back. There's the triple. And Toppin pulls it down. The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Siakam outside. And here's Toppin. Now Halliburton for the tie. Another 3 for Indiana.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton oozing with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
The Raptors have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Toronto passing it around. And here's Ingram from the arc. Pass to Shed from downtown. Tries yet again. And that one's good. Deng. Deng's got 28.
If you don't box him out, he's going to make you pay.
Nembhard outside. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Nesmith for the lead. Fires in the triple. Nesmith's got 6.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Outside Barnes. Here's Shed. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. And the Raptors lead by 2. Halliburton, the pass to Demar. Now here's Toppin. To the inside. Nesmith. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Barrett. Here's Ingram. Banked it in off the glass. And it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either.
Now here's Halliburton. 18 points for him. Count that bucket.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Ingram is listed at 6'8", but that wingspan is north of 7 feet. That allows him to get extra reach on his drive.
Halliburton's shot is good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Deng. 28 points for him. And here's Ingram outside. Ingram can't get that one to fall. Nembhard with it. Pass to Halliburton. Fires high post. Again, Indiana.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Here's Deng. It's Barnes on the wing. Outside Ingram. Takes the three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 6 assists in the game.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
Now here's Nembhard. He's got 5. Ooh, they pick off the pass. Outside Barnes. Pass to Shed. And here's Ingram from behind the arc. And again, Toronto with a triple.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Outside Nesmith. Back to Halliburton. From deep three-point land. Sinks the tray. Halliburton's got 12 points here in the second half.
Halliburton, with the answer, was anxious to throw it right back at him.
Outside Barnes. The three. Barnes drills the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Halliburton outside. Spins. Picked it. Here's Shed. He's got 6. Pass to Deng. Here's Shed. He's guarded by Nembhard. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And checking out some numbers for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
First free throw is good. Walter, he's checked in for Toronto. And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Huff's checked in for Toppin. Walker comes in for Pascal Siakam. Shepard, he's checked in for Nesmith. And it's Jackson in for Nembhard. And so he makes both from the line. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for Indiana. Halliburton outside from deep three-point land. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Halliburton's got 15 points in just the second half. Pass to Deng. Here's Walter. Toronto passing it around. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Huff, good. Huff's got 12 points.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Deng. And there's a 3-second violation. And right here on the 2K leaderboard, the best rebounding teams of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Raptors.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
So both teams making some changes here. Pacers trail by 5. Jackson outside. Potter, pass to Walker. To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. He's got 10.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Outside Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
How crazy is Ingram? How ridiculous is Ingram? I mean, just toying with the defense with his ball handling skill.
Pass to Shepard. To the middle. Here's Potter. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Outside Ingram. Here's Murray Boyles. Outside Dick. Shot clock at 3. Shoots over Shepard. That one is off. Pacers trail by 3. Jackson outside. To the wing on the left. Huff. No good. That would have tied it. And for the Raptors, they're shooting about 53% on the third. A very good number. And rejected. Jackson outside. Pass to Shepard with his first shot attempt. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. And now just a 1-point Toronto lead.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Right side Ingram. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Raptors out in front, leading by 1. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Walter in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And it's all from 3-point range.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
To take the lead, Toronto grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. This one for 3. Indiana with a rebound. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Jackson. Here's Shepard. Jackson outside. Shoots. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Dick, that's good. Dick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Pass to Shepard. Takes a 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 5 assists tonight.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Here's Shepard.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Siakam. Pass to Huff to tie it up. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
The Raptors have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Here's Deng. For 3. Murray Boyles can't get it to go. Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th.